7 बजे के बाद कॉल आना शुरू हो जाते हैं। 7:05 हो गया, कॉल आना शुरू, कहाँ पर है, कहीं ट्रैफिक में हो या क्या प्रॉब्लम है।
I'm always alert when I'm out, especially when I'm with my friends and my parents are not around. I'm very alert.
Yeah, I don't feel safe here. टचिंग करना, मतलब गंदा सा फील करना, आंखों से ऐसा लगता है जैसे रेप कर लिया।
Being in Delhi, you cannot travel at nights, and my parents, they'll be like, oh no, come home, it's getting late, you should be here at time.
क्यों लोग अपना नजरिया चेंज नहीं करते? अगर हमने जींस पहनी है तो क्यों वो पूरा प्रॉपर हमें नहीं देखते कि हमने पूरा कवर किया हुआ है? अगर हमने शॉर्ट्स भी पहना है तो क्यों बोलते हैं कि हमने शॉर्ट्स पहना है? हमारी बॉडी है, हमारी थिंक है, हम कुछ भी कर सकते हैं।
If I want to feel safe somewhere, I need like females around me.
Everyday experiences of women and girls living in the national capital. To make Delhi a safer place for its women, the authorities and the government need to adopt a two-pronged strategy. On the one hand, there's a need to improve infrastructure and amenities so that women feel a lot safer. And on the other hand, there's a need to change societal attitudes and mindsets against women. And along with all this, we can also take the help of technology. Take My Safety Pin app, for example. This app is a tool that's working to identify areas in the city that have poor infrastructure like lighting, pavements, bus stands that can be developed to help create a safer, more inclusive city. They collect data on public spaces through multiple sources and then work with the government to improve the city. While they already reported to the Delhi authorities about 7,000 spots that needed better lighting, they are now working on a fresh report keeping several parameters in mind.
If you're standing on the street, can someone see you? That makes a big impact on safety. So if you go through streets where there's not a soul, you will not feel safe, however good the physical infrastructure is. So how do you make what we call active streets? You know, you have shops which are open, you have restaurants, cafes, you have street vendors, you have auto stands, so you have a sense of activity. And therefore women and everyone will feel safer to actually walk down those spaces. So we are also talking about how do you build active streets? How do you ensure that public transport is safe? How do you ensure that public transport waiting places are safe? So really the aim of what we are trying to do is to say that how do you expand the city for women? You know, how do you ensure that they can do things in the evening? You know, we've heard of cases where girls cannot go for tuition classes because they have to come back late. You know, so we know that the ramifications of the lack of safety are very wide on women's and girls' lives.
The application will start taking pictures every 25 meters. We have a team of coders who study, analyze every picture. They also verify if the audit has been done properly or not, and then only it gets uploaded on our server where everybody can see that audit.
The safety audit conducted by Safety Pin keeps 9 parameters in mind that contribute to the perception of safety in an area. That includes the presence of people, security, openness besides lighting.
Light was bright, openness was mostly open, visibility was high.
Each audit appears as a pin on a map and is used to rate the safety score of an area.
If I want to rate this bus stop, it has its own light. The street light which is adjacent to it is also illuminating the footpath which we have here. So I will rate it 3 on street light. But if you say the gender usage or the crowd, for the crowd I will rate it around 2 because there are not many people, but there are around 10 people around here. But for gender usage I will rate it 3 because we have women standing here, right? So we'll rate it 3 accordingly. So as per all this ratings, there is a score given to one place. If we give, and that is calculated as per an algorithm which we have. So as per the all rating, we decide the safety score.
In 2015, the Delhi Police also launched the Himmat app, which is for women's safety. It can be downloaded from the Delhi Police website. Women can use its features to alert the Delhi Police in case of any threat or risk situation. But due to the lack of publicity and perhaps because of other competing apps, it's not found too many takers. The police even relaunched the app for both iOS and Android platforms to increase its popularity.
Delhi Police has launched Himmat Plus app. It is an application by which if a woman is traveling alone or if she is going out from home and if they feel they are unsafe, they can, with the press of a button, we will contact them. Rather than she will contact us, we will contact them. Her exact GPS location will come to us in our control room. Her phone number is there. We have her other numbers in case a person is in emergency. If we want to contact her father, those numbers are also with us. We can even track the movement and even the recording of 10-15 seconds when she pressed that SOS button. So Himmat Plus is a very effective safety application.
But maybe Delhi can also learn from Mumbai, where an ambitious eye-in-the-sky project has been planned by the police to enhance the security of women. Drone cameras will be used for surveillance, while CCTVs will be installed in different parts of the city. The project, though, will cost a massive 252 crore. Private enterprises too are working on solutions for women's safety, like startup Leaf, a safety technology company that provides an in-app SOS button. On pressing the button in case of a threat, the system gets notified and a network of community responders are alerted. The tech innovation was created by a group of IIT Delhi and Delhi Technological University graduates who were rattled and shocked by the brutal Nirbhaya rape case.
We are trying to solve the problem of safety. We started with wearables in 2015 with an idea that you just double press any wearable and it will share your live location to your friends and family who can help you out in any kind of distress. But your friend and family can be anywhere in the city. So we realized that we need to make our own network of responders, who are well trained, who are fit, who can reach to you within a short stipulated time frame. So we started working on this idea, and we are working to map the entire city, divide into smart grids, and ensure that a responder is available at your disposal whenever you need help. So we are working with a lot of clients, like you can imagine Uber and Ola. So when you're traveling in a cab and you perceive danger, so you press an SOS button in the Ola's app and it will be our people who will be reaching to you within a small time. So our responders are well trained and they can easily use an app to navigate to you, and when they reach to you, they knows the skill set to handle the situation, as well as when they close the case, they click photos and make live audio notes so that afterwards we have an audited report of what actually happened.
In August last year, Uber announced the launch of its Safety Toolkit, a consolidated and comprehensive set of in-app features for its customers in India. While the app is similar to the one in the United States, it has been customized for Indian needs and requirements. India was the first market where Uber launched the emergency button. Another key feature in the Safety Toolkit is Trusted Contacts, which offers riders the option to automatically share all or select late-night trips with their family and friends. In fact, there are a host of technological solutions that have been created not just in India but across the world for women's safety. But when it comes to Delhi, there's also a need for social change due to public apathy, a macho culture and the lack of respect for women.
अगर मेरा व्यवहार कहीं गलत होता है तो मुझे किसकी जरूरत पड़ती है?
NGO Manas started a program in 2014 under the Transport Department and in collaboration with IGL to impart gender sensitivity classes to public transport drivers, so they too can take ownership of the safety of women passengers.
हो सकता है कि ऑस्ट्रेलिया से भी महिला आपके साथ सफर करे सर। अगर मान लो छोटे कपड़े में आई तो मेरे तो विचार बदल जाएंगे। इसलिए मेरा माइंडसेट ब्रॉड होना बेहद जरूरी है ताकि मैं किसी को सेफ्टी दे सकूं।
Drivers who come to these centers to get their vehicle fitness certificates have to participate in the program before they get clearance.
ऑल जो है सब माइंडसेट का इशू है, बिकॉज जब तक ये माइंडसेट चेंज नहीं होगा, बिकॉज हम सबकी अपब्रिंगिंग बहुत ही अलग अलग जगह से हुई है और कहीं ना कहीं उस अपब्रिंगिंग में ही ऐसे मैसेजेस सीख लिए हैं कि वुमेन को इस तरह से पोर्ट्रे किया जाता है, मेल को इस तरह से। ड्राइवर आर ऑल्सो पार्ट ऑफ द सोसाइटी, दे आर नॉट डिफरेंट पर्सन। सो बेसिकली यहाँ पे ड्राइवर्स का जो रोल है, जो भी वुमेन की मोबिलिटी पे जब क्वेश्चन होता है, वुमेन घरों से बाहर निकल रही हैं, आज जो चेंज है वो हम फील कर पा रहे हैं। तो जहाँ वुमेन जब बाहर निकलती है तो उसको एक सेफ़ एनवायरनमेंट चाहिए, एक सेफ़ स्पेस चाहिए जहाँ पे वो सेफ़ रह सकें, आराम से सुरक्षित अपने स्थान पे जा सके, अपने डेस्टिनी पे जा सके। सो यहाँ पे ड्राइवर का एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट रोल है कि वुमेन को एक सेफ़ स्पेस प्रोवाइड करे, इधर उनकी गाड़ी के अंदर भी और बाहर भी, बिकॉज पब्लिक ट्रांसपोर्टेशन सेफ होना बेहद ज़रूरी है, क्योंकि वही एक फर्स्ट स्टेप है जो वुमेन बाहर की तरफ लेती है।
तो लड़कियों में ये बात की दिक्कत आ रही है कि अगर वो मेट्रो में खड़ी है तो उनका ये भी स्टाइल चलता है, ये भी स्टाइल चलता है, लड़कों की कोई वैल्यू नहीं है, इसलिए जो लड़की सेपरेट एकदम सब तरीके से और सब कपड़ों में खड़ी है, उसकी कोई छेड़छाड़ नहीं है।
For many of them, it's the first time that they're having conversations about gender biases, attitudes, and the importance of creating a safe atmosphere for their female passengers.
मैडम बहुत अच्छा लगा, और जो आज के समाज में जो पार्शियलिटीज़ हो रही थी बॉयज़ और गर्ल्स के साथ, मैडम ने बहुत अच्छे करके बताया है और हमें सब कुछ सीखने को मिला है। कुछ एक्स्ट्रा नॉलेज मिली है कि हम बेटा हैं तो क्या करते हैं, हमारा माइंड कहाँ सेट होता है, और उसी टाइम बेटी होती है तो हम माइंड कहीं और चला होता है। तो उनको इक्वल रखने और उनको एक समान अधिकार देने के लिए मैडम ने बहुत अच्छा बताया है, और ये हमारे जीवन में बहुत ज़्यादा महत्व देगा।
ये जो मैंने बोला उसके बारे में मैं सॉरी चाहता हूँ। मैम के जो मैम ने बात बताई है, इस बात से मुझे ये लगा कि हाँ, इससे ये ट्रेनिंग से हमें ये प्रभाव आगे पड़ सकता है। तो ये हम अपनी सोच चेंज नहीं कर पा रहे हैं कि हम जिस तरीका ट्रेनिंग अपने लड़के को दे रहे हैं उस तरीका लड़की को भी ट्रेनिंग दें, प्लस लड़की को ये सिखाएं कि अगर कोई भी व्यक्ति बस में हम सफ़र कर रहे हैं, कोई छेड़छाड़ कर रहा है, तो हम अपनी लड़कियों को ये ट्रेनिंग दें कि आप उनसे बोलो, बोलने की कैपेसिटी रखो।
A helpline run by NGO Jagori says most of the calls that they receive are to do with domestic abuse, sexual harassment at work and stalking. Very often, women simply want guidance on how to deal with the situation and a clarity on their rights.
उनमें चाहे सेक्सुअल हरासमेंट के केसेस हों, पीछा करने के केसेस हों, घूरने के केसेस हों, इवन कई महिलाएं इस तरह से हो जाता है कि फ़ोन पे इतनी स्टॉकिंग हो जाती है, फिज़िकली स्टॉकिंग नहीं है लेकिन डिजिटल जो स्पेस है उसके थ्रू इतनी स्टॉकिंग हो जाती है, उससे महिलाएं परेशान होकर हमें साइबर के क्राइम्स हमें भेजती हैं। तो इस तरह के केसेस भी आते हैं। सेक्सुअल हरासमेंट के जो कार्यस्थल पे होने वाली हिंसा है उसको लेके हमारे पास केसेस आते हैं। सेक्सुअल हरासमेंट के जो स्ट्रीट हरासमेंट है उसको लेके हमारे पास केसेस आते हैं। और इनफॉर्मल जो काम है जैसे घरेलू कामगार हो गई या फैक्ट्री वर्कर्स हो गए, उनमें भी महिलाओं के सेक्सुअल हरासमेंट के केसेस आते हैं। शुरुआत जो हमारी हुई थी वो महिलाओं के लिए एक ऐसी जगह की बात करती हुई थी जिसमें महिलाएं अपनी किसी भी तरह की बात जो है यहाँ पे शेयर कर सकती हैं। तो हेल्पलाइन अगर हम कहें तो गवर्नमेंट हेल्पलाइन भी उतनी पहले नहीं बनी थी जितनी कि हम लोगों के यहाँ से हेल्पलाइन शुरू हो गई थी महिलाओं की समस्याओं को सुनने के लिए, उन समस्याओं से निपटान के लिए और उन्हें ही तैयार करने के लिए हमने हेल्पलाइन को चालू किया।
The conventional approach to women's safety was one of restrictions and fear, with women being warned to stay away from situations and places that could be potentially violent or unsafe. But this mindset is finally changing.
I think the first step would be to include women's safety in the agenda of all political parties at this crucial juncture. And I think it should not be just, a specific paragraph in their manifesto. It is crucial for sure. And I think the second step would be in the ideological thinking only, right? It should be as a right to city. It should not just be, a city should be safe, because then when we talk about this terminology, it's safety, it's inclusivity, it's sustainability. So any solution which we think, I think it should not be just one-time step. We were just discussing about the CCTV cameras. Yes. So I think it is just one of the steps. So technology as a whole, which has become the buzzword these days, is just a step. So we also need to think about other measures other than technology. You have to make the entire architecture of the city of Delhi safe and inclusive for women.
We have to do far more, and that requires an institutional approach that's coordinated, coherent, and based on women's rights. And that requires that multiple citizen groups be engaged with the state on an ongoing basis and be able to work with them, not just a small committee or not just an ad hoc consultation or a training of one of its kind. We need sustained work in many of these sectors.
The Delhi government claims that they have taken several steps in the last couple of years to make the city safer for women.
देखिएगा दिल्ली के अंदर महिला सुरक्षा के ऊपर दिल्ली सरकार लगातार काम कर रही है। एक तो दिल्ली के जितने भी डार्क स्पॉट्स हैं उनको लाइटन अप किया गया है और कहीं से भी शिकायत मिलती है तो दिल्ली सरकार का जुडिक्शन नहीं भी है तब भी हम जिस डिपार्टमेंट का होता है उसे NOC लेकर वहाँ पर भी लाइटें लगा रहे हैं। पूरी दिल्ली के अंदर 1.5 लाख कैमरे लगाए जा रहे हैं, काम स्टार्ट हो चुका है, दे आर अंडर इंस्टॉलेशन। बसेस के अंदर बस मार्शल लगाए गए हैं। इसके अलावा भी जो भी अगर इस तरह की कोई भी घटना होती है तो उसका विरोध दर्ज कराते हैं जितना भी जहाँ भी शोर मचा सकते हैं।
A long-standing complaint against the Delhi police has been the acute shortage in the police force that has raised questions about their ability to adequately police and protect Delhi.
Delhi police has taken number of measures to improve safety of women in Delhi, which include launching of all women PCR vans. We have number of such vans which are driven by women, our drivers, and they have women commandos in it. We have all women SWAT also, which is a fully trained commando unit which can fight or participate into any anti-terror operation.
All women PCR vans were launched by the Delhi police 3 years ago to be stationed outside women's colleges and major markets. The initiative has been a success in terms of making the police more approachable, but the number should be increased as right now there are only 15 and the area that they cover should include the outer parts of Delhi as well.
हर साल ये बढ़ाई जाती हैं गाड़ियाँ, 4 साल से आज मैक्सिमम 30 हो गई होंगी। ये पूरी दिल्ली में हर कॉलेज, लेडीज़ कॉलेज और हर मार्केट में ये स्पेशल ऑल वुमेन PCR इसीलिए है कि ये लेडीज़ है, स्कूल है, उनके लिए है। कहीं भी आज़ादी वो अपने आप को कंफर्टेबल एकदम फ्री महसूस करें कि ऑल वुमेन PCR है, यहाँ पर कोई भी प्रॉब्लम होगी तो हम इस अलग से जाके शेयर कर सकते हैं। ऐसी कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है कि वो डरते हैं कुछ, वो होता भी ऐसा ही है कि आसानी से आते हैं, वो अपनी प्रॉब्लम आराम से शेयर कर लेते हैं।
बहुत जल्दी वापस आना है, टाइगर 41 आप नोट रखें अभी।
But while a lot more needs to be done for women's security in and around Delhi when it comes to policing and changing mindsets, one of the fastest and simplest solutions is lighting up the city. Just the simple change of having a better lit city goes a long way in creating a better sense of security. Punya Jolly has been using the metro for 4 years, but getting home from the station was always a challenge as the area was dark. But now with better lighting outside the Shahid Sthal metro station, she feels a lot safer and incidents of petty crime have also come down.
Back when I used to come from my office, the auto wala bhaiya used to tell us that, keep your phones inside your bag because he's not responsible if your bags or phones are being snatched from the autos. So obviously that was, looked very seriously by the police and everybody. But also lighting gives an impact, like even if police is not there, but you can always be sure of who's coming around the auto and everybody.
लाइटें बहुत लगाई गई हैं और अच्छा है, ये थोड़ा सेफ्टी के लिए भी अच्छी है क्योंकि हम पहले रात में निकलने में बहुत सोचते थे कि जाएं ना जाएं, अंधेरा होता है, लेकिन जब से स्ट्रीट लाइट लगाई गई हैं तब से हम नॉर्मली चले जाते हैं। जब भी हमारा मन करता है बाज़ार में, स्ट्रीट में घूमने, शॉपिंग करने चले जाते हैं।
So when it comes to ensuring security for all Delhi citizens, there needs to be both a bottoms-up and a top-down approach. Now, women can be told to download apps, have security buttons, and even learn to physically defend themselves. But this is not ideal. Instead, it's the authorities who need to work with all stakeholders to improve infrastructure, have better transport, and also change societal attitudes so that Delhi can become a model of security and freedom for all its citizens.